My name is Sakura. Nice to meet you. I'm here to introduce to you the finer parts of Japan. I'm so excited to do this together with you. The magic bullet train is coming. Jumps. Yay! Got on it. Come on guys, let's go on a magical tour around Japan. I gotta get back before dinner. Hee. Let's fly. Whee! Yay! We're here. This place is called Nipponia Hotels. It's a group of hotels that has refurbished beautiful traditional buildings for minimal but beautiful enjoyment of their guests. Let's quickly run you through the highlights for today's places. Today, we'll be seeing some interesting sights in a hotel that enacts a play from the Japan samurai era with horses and warfare. We'll also be going to a refurbished library with lots of books to read, a tourist spot Red Brick Warehouse winning the IF Design Award, and finally a traditional Japanese wedding. The special thing about this traditional wedding hosted by Nipponia Hotel can be seen here. Ehime Prefecture is a prefecture of Japan in the southwest. Here, let's start with Nipponia Hotel's Ozu Castle Town. Ozu is about an hour's drive southwest of Matsuyama on the western coast of Ehime. Ozu history started during the Meiji era in Japan with silk production. Staff from Nipponia Hotel will help plan your stay here to make it as interesting as you like. The Ozu Castle is closed to public in the evening. Guests can dress in kimono or samurai armor just like it was during the Meiji era. The play is started with the announcer blowing the Horogai horn made from a giant seashell. Guests can play the role of the Lord and enter through horseback. They will get a rousing salute by samurai troops and also an exciting demonstration of firing historical guns used during olden times to honor the Lord. Ozu Castle is open to guests for a night's stay. The decorations in the castle was restored with traditional and beautiful Japanese craftsmanship where guests are invited to experience the olden-day lord's lifestyle. While Ozu Castle is beautiful, the real charm of staying in Ozu is the town itself, overlooking and surrounding the castle. Guests are encouraged to explore the area by foot and walking from reception to their room from the outside. Here, Nipponia Hotels have given new life to the town of Ozu by employing locals here. Valuable skills are now retained in the area. The hotel works with local farms and producers to supply fresh produce for the restaurant and amenities for the hotel such as locally made toiletries and organic linens. Accommodations here are named for convenience of the guests. Guests will experience traditional architecture where their guest rooms are located closely together like shophouses instead of a giant building. As each house is named, the Oki guest room was named after a former resident who was a wealthy wax merchant in the olden times. The reception and their selected guest rooms are set apart. Guests will be able to experience unique furniture and decorations in each different house rooms. Choose a stylish room in the center of the historic town or the luxurious seclusion of a private mansion with manicured gardens. Some accommodations have beautiful flora gardens within the compound that you can relax in. In keeping with the philosophy of a decentralized hotel, there are currently 11 guest rooms, a reception, and a restaurant spread across 9 buildings. Each room has its own personality, mixing periodic details and modern comfort built in. Step outside your house or hotel and find small craft ateliers, cafes, and temples right on your doorstep. Rooms combine the original character of each building, giving you the experience of the olden Japanese culture. Here, Niponia Hotels value the restoration of the time when the building was at its brightest, and to keep the goodness of the old private house as it is. Old-fashioned walls and ceilings are not age deterioration, but to allow guests to experience the olden time that the buildings were from as much as possible. Modern facilities and glass walls are built into your heated bathrooms for your pleasure. Your serene surrounding will allow for a good night's uninterrupted rest. Next in line, let's move to the Tune guest room. This was formerly a restaurant that was converted to the stylish guest house you see today. The location of Tune is next to lush, vibrant greenery with tall trees. As all three of the guest houses, Tune, Oki, and Midi, are in different locations. Tune seems to be the closest to nature with beautiful surroundings and a breathtaking sunrise. Please do take note that there are 3 different locations and that you can schedule a transport car from the front desk all the way to guest house nearest to Ozu Castle. Here is the map of Ozu. You can see the Garyu Sanso here and the Ozu Castle here. The restaurant and more guest rooms are here and the front desk is here. This is a 10 minutes walk away. You can schedule a car to send you from the front desk to the restaurant. If you are living in the Oki guest room where the front desk is, do schedule the transport in advance for your meals for your convenience if you do not like to walk. The restaurant here has quite a number of good reviews, and you can even have a night view here with champagne, open door overlooking the Ozu Castle called Layun. It is a French-Japanese style restaurant and it overlooks the Ozu Castle where you are seated even from the inside. The ingredients here are locally sourced from the farmers here in Ozu. You can also be served from your own room where there are dinner tables ready. After dinner, if your room is situated near the castle, you will be able to bathe and witness the castle from a full-length glass window with beautiful lighting. Changed. You can transfer to the Garyu Sanso, a beautifully designed tea house for breakfast on the verges of the Hiji River banks all for yourselves. It is a 5-minute walk from the front desk. A nearby cliffside villa perched over the Hiji River. The site comprises 3 Sukiya-zukuri-style buildings characterized by their refined simplicity and rustic design. The complex is registered as an important cultural property of Japan. The elegant villa has a thick, thatched roof, sliding doors that open to frame views of the river, and wide verandas overlooking the gardens. Breathtaking natural panorama views of the river here enjoyed with a kimono can calm your mind. You can also choose to come here in the evenings. You can also take a private cruise along the river on a houseboat, sipping wine, champagne, or sake as you float past the fairy-tale Furon Tea House at Garyu Sanso. Also worth visiting if you like adventure is the Sukuna Hikona Shrine that has a beautiful structure overlooking a cliff. It is preserved as a World Monuments Watch structure which was repaired from old age. For the next Niponia Hotel, we will be going to the Hyogo Prefecture here. Hyogo is in the western Kansai region, which is in West Japan, west of Tokyo. Here in Fukusaki, Hyogo, where Niponia Hotel's library maison is built, they are rich in natural scenery and a producer of morikiniji, which is a kind of wheat that is used to make chewy noodles. Here is also the home to a famous folklore writer, Kunio Yanagida, and that is why there are so many yokai character puppets here that you find in horror stories. This is Kunio Yanagida's museum to commemorate his work. A big part of Niponia Hotel's library here is based on Yanagida-san's work. He wrote many books on folk legends on yokai characters that you saw in the pond here. The building here that was renovated by Niponia Hotels is about 300 years old. Here you will find books that are also the same age that are either written or collected by Kunio Yanagida. There are about 500 books in this hotel for your enjoyment. For Niponia Hotel, as they have designed their hotels to have customers unplug from world around them, they have not provided any TVs or clocks, which is something very different for a 4-star hotel. If you love libraries, you will love it here, as part of the beautiful interior designs of the bedrooms are decorated with racks of books. It gives a very calming sensation if you are looking for a trip to detox from social media or a fast-paced city environment. There are 7 types of rooms in this hotel, all of which have rich history. This is a renovated post office green building. It is the most interesting building here as the color and decoration is so different from the other guest rooms. Upstairs are 2 more rooms for guests to live in, directly above the Yokai Cafe. You can have coffee in the cafe downstairs or relax. The restaurant here is called Farm's Kitchen Mikake, serving locally sourced ingredients, which is synonymous with the Niponia style. If you intend to dine in, please do remember to make a booking in advance for your meals here. The style of cooking is Western but a bit of Japanese-style fusion. The restaurant is also capable of hosting banquets and weddings for a total of up to 36 guests. The surroundings in this area is very serene and peaceful in the evenings. Having a quiet time to rest with loved ones will be a really good option if you choose this location, as the night decorations around the vicinity is very beautiful, especially catered to family members to enjoy each other's company. Third on the list, we are going to Niponia Hotel's Minatomachi, and that is in Hokkaido. It's in the northern part of Japan, the southernmost part of Hokkaido. Hakodate, which is one of the historical stages of the end of the Edo period, was the first port town to open. The influx of different cultures with the opening of Hakodate Port brought about a unique landscape, and was once known as one of the 3 best night views in the world. It is a town that mixes Eastern and Western culture. Hakodate was Japan's first city whose port was open to foreign trade. It used to be the most important port in northern Japan. Also the biggest city before the Great Hakodate Fire of 1934. It's now the 3rd largest in Hokkaido, after Sapporo and Asahikawa. Niponia Hotel Hakodate has won an IF award. IF promoting practical and long-standing designs. It is one of the 3 major design awards in the world, along with the American Idea Award and the Red Dot Design Award. The very unique difference of this Niponia Hotel is that the structure and design is quite modern compared to the wooden designs that we saw. It consists of 9 guest rooms here and a dining hall, serving fresh seafood that is caught locally from the Hakodate Canal just next to the hotel. Finally, we are moving to Chiba in the Kanto area. Here, we are east of Tokyo, not too far away from the city center. Here we are, as many of you might have been waiting for, a unique and traditional wedding. Here in Sawara, Chiba, the bride gets ready for her wedding ceremony in Niponia's guest room very early. Droves of her helpers gather here to help. Starting with her hair, this style is especially chosen to match her wedding kimono. This town here resembles olden Japan during the Edo times, as artistic moss plant is preserved by the sidewalks. Tall trees reach the skyline of the Japanese-style coast, signaling dawn, perfect for a Japanese-style wedding. The bride is dressed in a white kimono with many layers and can only be worn with a professional to help, as it can't be worn alone. The wedding moves to Katori Shrine, one of the 3 largest shrines in Japan. The bride meets the groom. The bride in white and groom in black, both in matching ceremonious kimono in an illustrious setting. The ceremony begins and they bow. The priest reads their wedding vows as they each ponder upon their own love stories that lead to this point. The speech continues in the same setting, and then suddenly they rise up. Then the shrine maidens dance with tambourines to celebrate. It is a custom for bride and groom to exchange ceremonious sake to seal their vows. The setting is then changed as the couple is transported to the celebration hall in Sawara Niponia Hotel by river. It is quite uncommon to be transported by boat during a wedding ceremony, but it is a tradition here in this town trapped in the beautiful Edo period. The Ono River was the main reason this city thrived long ago, as it brought fortune from trading with foreign merchants far and wide. Willow trees line the river as the couple waves to bypassers. Celebratory sake drums are placed on their boat. The boat floats slowly downstream as the couple enjoy their new lives devoted to each other. Reaching the dock, the couple then proceeds to move to the dinner hall where they can dine with guests, but as planned they are early. As the wedding kimono is very heavy, with many layers of expensive silk, the bride does not move around too much, but the groom takes the responsibility to greet the guests during dinner. They will be seated at the front of the ceremony where guests can see them from across the room. Let's celebrate this beautiful couple as their witnesses here. The hotel was designated as a tangible cultural property by Chiba Prefecture. The buildings in this hotel is over 100 years old. It provides a comfortable space with beautiful manicured gardens and comfortable relaxing terraces just outside for your coffee. This natural material is not affected by the climate and is cool in the summer and comfortably warm in the winter. The heated bathtubs are made of cypress timber. Make your way around this magical town just like olden Japan. You can buy kimonos or yukatas and wander around town to be enchanted and completely immersed in traditional Japanese culture. From here, let me run you through highlights of several more Nipponia places across Japan. Magic.
Sakura-chan, time for dinner.
Oh, I hear Dad calling. Gotta go. Leave a comment or a like or subscribe and we'll be seeing you in another episode. Sayonara.